You know, with all the talk about gender-affirming care, especially when it comes to children, kids, minors, you would think that the medical community would have a ton of studies and science to back up all of their support for these life-altering procedures. I mean, think about it. A minor can't make most major decisions until they're 18 or without the consent of a parent. Kids can't even get aspirin in school without a parent's consent. So my guess is that doctors must have this whole kids changing gender things down pretty well, right? I mean, think about it. You're altering your body for the rest of your life. You would think, hey, we've got this studied. We know what we're doing. But apparently that's not the case. According to a report in the New York Times, I mean, this is not exactly a conservative world here. This is as far left as you can get. They say that the American Academy of Pediatrics backed gender-related treatments for children, reaffirming its position from 2018 on a medical approach that has since been banned in 19 states. But the influential group of doctors also took an extra step of commissioning a systematic review of medical research on the treatments, following similar efforts in Europe that found uncertain evidence for their effectiveness in adolescents. Whoa, did you hear that? We're giving our full support to a life-altering procedure for kids, but maybe we should do a little extra research like our colleagues over in Europe thought about. Good idea. And according to the report in the Times, this is interesting. Critics across the political spectrum, including pediatricians, have been calling for a closer look at the evidence in recent years, particularly as the number of adolescents who identify as transgender has rapidly increased. You think? Maybe that's a good idea. Some evidence, some science. That might be nice before you alter somebody's life, right? But here's where the New York Times did something I couldn't believe. They said the quiet part out loud. And let me read it to you so I'm very clear about this. This is them. The treatments are relatively new, and few studies have tracked their long-term effects. Health bodies in England and Sweden have limited access to treatments after carrying out the systematic reviews, the gold standard for evaluating medical research. In June, England's National Health Service announced that it would restrict the use of puberty blockers to clinical trials because, quote, there is not enough evidence to support their safety or clinical effectiveness as a routine available treatment. Last year, Sweden's National Healthcare Oversight Body similarly determined that on the basis of its systematic review, quote, the risk of puberty blockers, inhibiting and gender-affirming hormone treatment for those under 18 currently outweigh the possible benefits. Wait a second, they outweigh the benefits, but you're letting them do it? That's crazy, American doctors. Talk about burying the lead, New York Times. There's no question that the long-term effects, meaning the changing of your body, your gender, has not been studied effectively, and we're doing it on kids like they're a bunch of guinea pigs. These doctors and scientists that we should be able to trust have caved, plain and simple. There's no science behind these decisions, and that's what they're telling us right now. They're telling us, hey, we need to study this more. We need to look at the long-term effects. Because, my goodness, we're changing kids for the rest of their life, and gosh, we don't know how it's going to go. Yeah, you know, I always knew that academia and Hollywood had folded to the left. Now we know that that's bled into medicine as well. Well, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to make sure that you never miss another video.